So Cindy is a physical therapist. I'm a speech therapist, and we make videos to show people how to use products safely, how to help caregivers and individuals age safely in place. And yeah, we'd love it if you would join our YouTube channel. We have a great community growing over there. Just subscribe, it's free, or find our website at aecorner.com. So let's go ahead and dive into it. You ready, Sim?
Yes.
All right. So 4 tips for improving safety in the bedroom. Tip number 1 is check the bed height.
Yes. Always check the bed height. So bed height can be an obstacle a lot of times. Most of the time it is too high. We have these box springs now that are 6 inches, 8 inches.
Right? It's like pole vaulting into your bed sometimes.
Yes, mattresses are really high. So usually what I try to do is I would like to bring the bed down to my client if
That's
possible.
your first choice. That's your first preference.
First preference.
As a physical therapist.
Yes.
Is to bring the bed down.
Yes, the bed height down. So
Okay.
I want to take a look at the legs. I want to take a look at the frame and see if that's a possibility.
Yeah.
Sometimes I will have you can take the box spring and mattress off of the frame. Now, most of the time, if you set that all the way to the floor, it's typically for most people too short then.
Yeah.
So I did have
the way we used to do in college.
Yes, exactly. I did have a client's son bring her mattress and box spring off the frame and put it on 4x4 deck posts, which worked very well. That was a great height, really made it more accessible for her.
So the box springs and the mattress, bringing it up just those 4 inches from because of the deck posts.
Yep.
That 4 inches made such a difference for them.
Yes, from the floor. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So that was a good save for her. Now, if you cannot figure out a way, the other thing I wanted to mention is if you are in the market for a new mattress, I always suggest to have them, especially if your bed has been too high, to special order a 4-inch box spring, because
like
they
a
are
low
able,
profile box spring.
They are able to do that, and now they may have those in stock. I don't know for sure. It's been a while, but I know that I've done that before, just because the height is too tall. But if you cannot bring the bed down, then the second option is to bring the person up to the bed. Now, how do we do that? So we're going to need some type of a step. I've seen many steps, those little plastic, whatever, 8-inch tall steps.
Yeah, the little kitchen steps or whatever.
Yeah, so that's a no.
Stools, yeah, big no.
That's a big no. Those tip very easily. That step height is pretty tall. So usually what I like to recommend is actually using an aerobic step.
Oh, yeah.
The one that you use for exercising.
Yeah, because they're nice and wide.
Yep.
And usually they're rubberized on top for anti-skid.
Yep. And the other thing I like about them is they usually have a couple of levels of adjustment in height. So you can make that difference just by adding a couple of things underneath them. They're nice and they're long, they're wide.
Yeah.
I like the length of it because when somebody brings their legs off the bed, I don't want them to have to search around with their feet to try to find that step.
And they're stable because they're long and wide. They're more stable than those little kitchen step stools, which tend to be a little tippy.
Right. And then along with that aerobic step, I like to add now we used to call them bed rail, but sometimes that gets confusing because people think a bed rail goes along the length of the bed, which is true in some cases. So we call them bed canes now.
Gotcha.
They're just the little rail that's about 12 inches wide.
Yeah.
Some of them are less than that, but just something for handhold, and that usually does a really good job, just allowing a handhold to step up. And then when people use those, they're actually kind of amazed at how useful they are in helping them sit up from a laying down position or lay down.
Yeah. And some of them come with little pockets now, so you can put your cell phone, a magazine, something at bedside. But they've got those bed canes, and they've got like a piece that attaches to it that slides in between the mattress and the box springs.
Yes.
And then it has a strap that goes through and connects to the bed.
To the frame.
Yeah, to the frame,
Yes. And you want that. Now, there are some that don't have the strap, but you do want that.
We recommend that.
Yes, we do recommend that because if, let's say, you have somebody that's coming up with a walker, or even in a wheelchair, that they're able to take that little step up. If you pull from that bed rail, or if you have to pull with much force from that bed rail while you're stepping up, it may pull out.
Gotcha.
Or it may give a little bit.
Yeah.
So we want that strap to be able to secure that really tight, so that it doesn't matter which
Provide
direction
a little
you're pulling.
stability.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.